Good morning, children. Welcome to today's class. In the previous class, we have discussed about acids and bases. We have studied that acids are sour in taste and they can change blue litmus paper into red. Like that, bases, they are bitter in taste and they are soapy to touch. And they can change red litmus paper into blue. These properties of acids and bases are known as their physical properties. Now, to identify whether the given substance is an acid or a base, we are using indicators. And examples of different indicators also we have discussed. Now, we can discuss about one activity given in your textbook. That is, we have to collect some samples like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide. And we are asked to find out the nature of these solutions using red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange indicators. Okay. So, the action of these chemicals on red and blue litmus papers we can see here. Okay. First, we can see the action of dilute HCl on red and blue litmus papers. We have to add a drop of dilute HCl on this blue litmus paper first. So we can see that blue litmus paper changes its color into red. But when we are adding a drop of dilute HCl on a red litmus paper, we cannot see any change in color. This indicates that dilute HCl is acidic in nature. Because acids can change the color of blue litmus paper into red and there is no action on red litmus paper. Now we can take a drop of nitric acid and we can add a drop of nitric acid in a blue litmus paper. So here also we can observe a change in color from blue to red. But on the red litmus paper there is no change in color. This shows that nitric acid is also acidic in nature. Now the next acid we have to take is sulfuric acid. Again we can add a drop of sulfuric acid in blue litmus paper. So we can see the color change from blue to red. But when we are adding a drop of sulfuric acid on the red litmus paper, there is no change in color. It shows that sulfuric acid is also acidic in nature. Like this, when we are testing acetic acid also, we can observe that it changes blue litmus paper into red, but there is no change on the red litmus paper. It indicates that acetic acid is also acidic in nature. Now we can take a sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, and add a drop of sodium hydroxide on red litmus paper and blue litmus paper. What are the color changes we can see there? When we are adding the NaOH on blue litmus paper, there is no change in color. But when we are adding a drop of NaOH on a red litmus paper, we can see that red litmus paper is changing into blue color. This indicates that NaOH is basic in nature. Next, we can take calcium hydroxide, that is CaOH twice, and we can add a drop of calcium hydroxide on blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. When we are adding on blue litmus paper, we cannot see any change in color. But when we are adding a drop of calcium hydroxide on red litmus paper, we can see that the red color changing into blue. This is indicating that calcium hydroxide also basic in nature. Then we can check the action of aqueous ammonia, that is ammonium hydroxide NH4OH on blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. First we can add a drop of ammonium hydroxide on blue litmus paper. We cannot see any change in color. But then we can add a drop of ammonium hydroxide on red litmus paper. So we can see that the color changes into blue. This also shows that ammonium hydroxide is also basic in nature. From this activity, we can conclude that the solutions like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, they are changing blue litmus paper into red and there is no change in color on red litmus paper. So they are acids or they are acidic in nature. And the solutions like sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they are changing the color of red litmus paper into blue, and they are not changing the color of blue litmus paper, indicating that these solutions are basic in nature. Now we can study the action of synthetic indicators, that is methyl orange and phenolphthalein on acids and bases. First, we can study about methyl orange. It is an acid-base indicator used to identify which is acid and a base, and it is orange in color. This is the original color of methyl orange, and we can see what change in color occurs when it is adding to acid and a base. First, we can see the effect of methyl orange on an acid. For example, we can take hydrochloric acid. Already we have seen that hydrochloric acid is acidic in nature. That we have identified by testing with litmus papers, isn't it? Now we can see what is the effect of HCl on methyl orange. For that, we can take a small amount of HCl in a test tube, and to that we can add a few drops of methyl orange. So we can see that the orange color of the methyl orange is changing into red color. So we can tell that acids can change the color of methyl orange into red. Now we can study what is the effect of sodium hydroxide on methyl orange. Already we have seen that sodium hydroxide is basic in nature. We have found out that by testing with the litmus paper, isn't it? Since sodium hydroxide can change the red litmus paper into blue, it is basic in nature. And we can take a small amount of sodium hydroxide in a test tube, and to that we are adding methyl orange. So we can see that the color is changing into golden yellow. So we can tell that bases can change the color of methyl orange into golden yellow. Methyl orange, it is originally orange in color, will change into red color in acidic medium and changes into golden yellow in basic medium. Now we can study the effect of phenolphthalein on these acids and bases. Phenolphthalein, it is originally colorless. Just like our water, it is a colorless solution. Then we can study what are the effect of this phenolphthalein on acid and a base. First, we can take acid. We can take a small quantity of hydrochloric acid on a test tube, and then we can add 1 or 2 drops of phenolphthalein in hydrochloric acid. Now we can see that there is no change in color. That means it remains colorless. Now we can take sodium hydroxide, which is a basic substance, and we can study what is the effect of the sodium hydroxide on phenolphthalein. For that, we can take a small quantity of sodium hydroxide in a test tube, and to that we can add 1 or 2 drops of phenolphthalein. So we can see that a pink color develops quickly. So we can tell that phenolphthalein develops a pink color quickly when we are adding to basic solutions. Generally, we can tell like this: phenolphthalein, which is a colorless solution, remains colorless in acidic medium, but it changes into pink color in basic medium. So these are the effect of acid and base on the synthetic indicators methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Now here there is a table in your textbook, that is table 2.1. Here you have to write the sample solution, that is the first column. So in this column you have to write the names of these samples we are taking, that is hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide. These names you have to write in this column. Okay, then you have to write what is the effect of that solution on the red litmus paper and on the blue litmus paper, then on the phenolphthalein and on the methyl orange. Okay, for example, first one is hydrochloric acid. So here we can write hydrochloric acid HCl, and we know that HCl is acidic in nature. That already we have seen, isn't it? So what is the effect of HCl on red litmus paper solution? It is acidic. So acidic substances does not produce any change on red litmus solution. So here there is no change. Like that we have to write. Okay. Then what is the effect of HCl on blue litmus solution? Since HCl is an acidic solution, blue litmus paper changes into red. So here we can write changes to red. Okay. Then what is the effect of HCl on phenolphthalein? We have studied that phenolphthalein remains colorless in acidic medium. Since HCl is an acidic medium, phenolphthalein gives colorless solution. So here we can write colorless. Okay. Now methyl orange. It gives a red color in acidic medium. So here we can write red. Okay. Like this, these different samples name you have to write: sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, sodium hydroxide. All these names you have to write in this column, and what is the effect of these solutions on these 4 indicators that you have to write, and this work you have to do in the notebook. Okay.